Good morning. Today in the studio we have Asanka Gurusinghe and Ron Meerwald, who are here to let us know about the 1996 winning World Cup cricket team from Sri Lanka, who will be in Melbourne and Sydney to play a game of cricket and for a function. Good morning, Asanka. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Salia.
Morning, Salia.
Gura, could you tell me how this whole thing came about?
Yeah, it was in March. On the 17th of March, we were officially celebrating our 20th anniversary of winning the World Cup in Colombo at the SSC cricket grounds, where you and I both played a lot of cricket. And it was around 2 o'clock in the morning that came up with the idea and just discussed with the players, saying if you organize, will you come across? And all the players said, yeah, we are interested. Ron was next to me. I looked at Ron and said, are you on board? So he said, yeah, let's do it. And I don't think at that time even the players thought this is going to happen, and definitely we didn't think it's going to happen. But nearly 6 months later, it's actually happening.
Ron, this would have taken a lot of organizing, getting the players together at the same time, getting them all to come here. How did this whole thing come together?
Thankfully, I had Gura to help me because there was a lot of logistics, because we had, it is not a team that is already here, right, because we have had a lot of functions when the teams are here, but we had to organize their tickets, their visas, transport, accommodation, the whole gambit of it. Right? Thankfully, our sponsors came into the party to bridge this enormous cost that we had to incur.
What's the objective of this event? You're having this, you're raising funds. Where are these funds going to?
It actually started in March. It's the fund is called Past Cricketers Fund, but what we are doing is we are collecting money to support past cricketers, administrators, scorers, umpires, and even groundsmen. And for example, it's not the immediate past cricketers, it's people who have played cricket and they are in their 70s or 80s in Sri Lanka and they're struggling sometimes in life. And we want to support those people, and people like Daya Sahabandhu, ACM Lafir, Gulam Razik, that's a name of few that we have already supported them from the March function in Sri Lanka. But the important thing is even people like Alagasamy, I think a lot of cricketers who played in Sri Lanka knows how much of work Alagasamy did for NCC as the groundsman. And when he passed away last year, I don't think there was enough support for his family. So those are the things that we decided that we need to start a fund and start supporting these people who actually played a major part in Sri Lanka cricket to where it is right now. And this was actually a brainchild of Aravind and Roshan initially, the fund. So the only charitable fund that the 1996 World Cup team is supporting together.
So is this a players association thing? Is it to do with the board of control? Is it an independent body? How is this functioning?
This is nothing to do with the Sri Lankan Cricket Board. Players Association is part of it, but there's a complete separate board of trustees that's been appointed, which is Roshan Mahanam and Pramodha Wickramasinghe are two of them from the 96 World Cup team, and Kendi Alvis and Graham Labroy from the Players Association. Plus, we are in the process of including Arjuna Ranatunga or Aravinda De Silva into this board of trustees. So this fund is not going to be part of the Players Association. It will be a separate fund with the board of trustees managing the expenses and actually where the funds are going to.
So this will be a totally independent, it will be the 1996 cricket side that went and won the World Cup who will be running this fund and managing this fund and be responsible for this fund.
Absolutely. We will definitely have support. We have already spoken with some of the legends like Kumar Sangakkara and Mahela Jayawardene, who has said they will support the fund. But absolutely, it will be managed by the board of trustees, which is the 96 World Cup team will be having a major part of.
Ron, there is a function in Melbourne and a game in Melbourne. There's a function in Sydney and a game in Sydney. Would you be able to enlighten us about these games?
They'll be flying in late October, and they will be flying into Melbourne, and then we'll be taking them to Sydney, where they will play a game on the 29th, and then there will be a dinner on the 30th. Then they fly into Melbourne, and we play a game, a 2020 game with South Morang, with some of the past cricketers who is domiciled in Australia. And on the 5th of November, there is a function, a gala dinner at the Grand on Cathy's Lane.
And this gala dinner, what's the response to this gala dinner?
It was fantastic. In the first 2 weeks, we almost sold about 450 tickets, and now we have come to about 600, I believe, with a few more tables left.
So you're selling only tables of 10 for this function?
At the moment, because of logistics, we're selling only tables of 10.
So Gura, this has been a fantastic effort by you, Ron, and Keith Coos, I believe.
It is, because Keith also was part of that initially, and he's the person who got us that great raffle prize at the function, which is a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage. And yeah, we are really looking forward to this, because all the proceeds are going to this unbelievable fund that the whole team has created. So for us, is the more raffle tickets we sell, it's better for us. But it's going to be a limited of 1,000 tickets.
1,000 tickets.
And it'll be $20 each.
Okay.
And it will be available from first week of October.
So it'll be pre-sold to the function?
Absolutely. It'll be pre-sold, and mainly because the function is sold out and it's only a handful of tables, as Ron mentioned, that's available. So we want to try and give pretty much all the Sri Lankans and even Australians and everyone in this country have another chance of like winning a raffle prize, but at the same time contributing to the great cause.
That's excellent. I believe South Morang Cricket Club has come to the party in a big way as well.
It is, yeah. They were very, very interested to be to host the game, to play a 2020 game on the 1st of November, which is Melbourne Cup Day, and it's a holiday, so we are hoping to get a big crowd there. And they came on board, as Ron mentioned earlier. It'll be against the past Sri Lankan cricketers who are living here, and it'll be captained by Ravi Ratnayaka. And Salia, not sure whether you know yet, but you are actually part of that. And I will actually need to have a fitness test for you.
Yes, I'll probably have to do some training. I got to watch you though, because I've been told that you struggled a bit in Sri Lanka when you were playing in this game, the 20-year celebration game. So we'll have an eye on you too. Yeah, I'm very, very, very thankful for that consideration.
Absolutely, Salia. We have organized a lot of physios and doctors with this team, because pretty much most of them are over 45 years now. But I think the great thing is, I don't think that we will be able to see the 96 team playing again in Australia. So this will be most probably the only chance that the Victorian public and the Sydney, New South Wales public will have only chance of seeing these guys playing in Australia.
Gura, if I'm to butt in the March match when I flew down in Sri Lanka, I think the way Kaluvitarna and Sanat Jayasuru opened the batting, as if they never lost their touch. So it is fantastic if people rally around and come and see that. They will be surprised after so long to see, because Kalu scored 70 odd runs that day, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, talking about scoring runs. See, there's a point that a lot of people have forgotten, that Gura, you made a 65 in the World Cup final, and batting at number 3 for Sri Lanka going back 20 years. I don't know if your memory still holds.
Unsung hero.
But I just want to find out quickly, to get the public who are watching this and in the opportunity, what was your brief? And I know went and made that 65 and got us on, really on top of that game. Can you tell me your mindset and how you approach that?
I can. I still remember. It's a complete different strategy to now. My instructions that was given to me by the team, which is the team management, was to bat through 50 overs. We don't want to lose you. You bat through the 50 overs. We'll manage the other end. Especially when we open with Sanat and Kalu, and they were given a license to go after the bowling. And then I was at 3, and then we had, to me, and I think a lot of people will agree, the best batsman Sri Lanka has ever produced is Aravinda De Silva.
Oh, certainly.
And him at 4, Arjuna at 5, Roshan and Hashan 6, 7. I don't think you can find a better batting lineup than that.
But we were behind the 8 balls straight away. We've lost Sanai and Kalu so early, and then you would have been under a lot of pressure with Aravinda to build that partnership.
It is, but I think most probably the good thing for Sri Lanka cricket that year was, especially that World Cup tournament, Aravinda and myself were in very good form. Throughout the World Cup, we had about 300 plus partnerships, because most of the games, Sanat and Kalu didn't score too much runs. So we knew we had to perform, and there was pressure, but I think with our experience, we managed it well.
So that was a great effort. So this is the opportunity for the public to come and see people like Gura, Sanat, Kalu, Aravinda, probably the greatest batsman Sri Lanka has produced, Arjuna, and Murali. All these guys are going to be here, Gura.
Yes, Salia. The only two who won't be here is Kumar Dharmasena because he's involved with ICC as an international match referee, and Mawan Atapattu can't make it. But the rest of the team is here. So out of the 14-member squad, the 12 players will be in Australia. And you're right. I mean, I don't think people will get a chance to see Chaminda Vas bowling again. I mean, Muthaiya Muralidharan, the greatest spinner the world has ever seen, 800 test wickets. And I'm hoping the Victorian public will come and support this game at the South Morang Cricket Club because it's going to be one of those unique events.
Will you be able to mingle with the players or get autographs and photographs and stuff like that during that game?
Absolutely. I haven't seen the ground yet, but what I heard is there's no fences or anything like that. So these players are very friendly, as you know, pretty much all of them. They are very friendly with people and they will mingle with people and take photographs and sign autographs. And there will be a lot of things at the ground that the young kids can do. So what we would like is the young kids, male, female, because Australian cricket is doing so well these days at grassroots level. So we are hoping those children will come and watch these past greats.
Also, you're going to have a few coaching programs as well, I believe.
Yes, we are planning a few coaching programs to be done here. If any cricket club is interested, please get in touch with us. The numbers will be on the screen, and please get in touch with us.
So that they can get the opportunity of having these past greats come and mingle with their players and help them at their training. Is that right?
It is right, because when you look at it, take people like Chaminda Vas. He has been Sri Lanka's fast bowling coach. Earlier, he's now a consultant coach. You take Muralidharan, he was actually the Australian spin consultant. So you are not going to get those chances of being coached by these guys and even facing these guys in a net. And Sanat Jayasuriya, Kalu Vitaran, Arjuna Anatunga, that's the shrewdest, most probably the captain that I have played under.
Yes.
To ask some questions from him, how we handle the incidents of Murali's chucking as a captain, it's not easy.
So that opportunity there for people to contact you or Ron and to be able to coordinate to get these guys to help them in their limited time that they're here with the coaching program that you'll be making them available for.
Yes, absolutely. I think Ron can brief a little bit more on this.
Ron, the coaching structure, we have had about 4 players going to a club and stuff like that?
Yes, we are broken into 3 groups with Sanat leading one group and Arvind leading another group, and then Arjuna. So each group will have prominent players, as Gura mentioned, and they will be in 3 clubs. So if somebody contacts me, I will tell them which group, which player is and which club they are coaching and on what days they are coaching, so that they can, if they are interested, they can go for it.
And lastly, I want to make a special thank you to all the sponsors, because without them, there's no way we could have got the team down here.
Well, certainly.
And absolutely, I want to thank Jehan and Manjula from Australian Strategic Partnership, who are our principal sponsors, Jude De Silva and the Grand Reception Centres, Ishan and Sterling Group of Companies, Ainkaran, who's a good friend of both of us, of actually OYOB, Paul from IGA Supermarkets, Cricket Australia, Cricket Victoria, South Morang Cricket Club. They have been unbelievable support for us.
Excellent. So it has been a great having a chat with you guys. It's great to see what you're doing for Sri Lanka cricket. Although you've been very quiet, Gura, you have been trying hard to get you to come and share your thoughts and views on Channel 31 for the morning show. And want to thank you for being here today and wish you all the very best with your project.
Thank you, Salia.
Thank you.
There's no better place on earth than you. Yeah, I dream of you, Sri Lanka. Yeah. I pray for you.